As a final task in this session, we'll explore the technique of chordal arpeggiation using rootless 5-part chords. The underlying premise is exactly the same as with 4-part chords. With 5-part chords, however, you will have far more options as far as chordal arpeggiations and the quality of chords are concerned. On the screen, you can see a realization of the Blues for Alice progression using rootless 5-part chords beginning on the third of the underlying harmony. So again, these are all rootless chords, meaning that they have no roots, because as you might remember, the root is always present while you improvise with the rhythm section, because that's the role of the bass player, to provide a strong foundation. So duplicating the root in your lines and in your arpeggiation is not as effective. So it's better to concentrate on other chord members. So let me play these chords with the root in my left hand. So we start with the F major 9. So again, we only utilize first position of 5-part chords. We start on the third of the chord, right? And you might notice that we do a lot of kind of jumping around. So again, we can improve the voice reading by utilizing different positions. But the point that I wanted to make now is that some of these structures are more intricate that we've encountered with 4-part chords. So for instance, in measure 2, E minor 11 flat 5 sounds like this. It's a very interesting sound. And another one, A7, uses some interesting upper tensions, flat 13 and flat 9. Okay? And the same thing goes for C minor 9. So these chords are far more interesting and far more colorful, and when we'll arpeggiate these chords and utilize them in the context of our lines will be much more richer as far as their overall perception and the sound is concerned. Well, so we can arpeggiate these 4-part structures, but again, they are rootless 5-part chords, in 8 different ways that we discussed earlier. We can arpeggiate them upwards, we can arpeggiate them downwards, and we can use different permutation of individual chords. Right? So let me arpeggiate these chords with the metronome. One. So the metronome is on 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. So to summarize, you can arpeggiate 5-part chords in the following way. 1 position only, and you have 4 different positions. So you can start on the first position, second position, third position, and 4th positions. 2, you can arpeggiate these 4 positions using 8 different arpeggiation patterns, ascending and descending, utilizing different note permutations. And so forth. 3, you can utilize different positions within your realization in order to maintain and create better voice leading between chords. So instead of going, you can basically do you can keep all the notes closely together. And 4, you can write your own structural lines and arpeggiate these lines using different 5-part chords. And in fact, you can use the same structural line that you had written for your 4-part chords. But instead of using 4-part chords, you can embellish them with 5-part chords, rootless 5-part chords, and try to be creative in your realization.